Well, hello, good people. Mark Holmes here, and as always, I appreciate each and every one of you guys. A lot of people are getting into YouTube. YouTube, I like to think of as like the wild, wild west right now because literally, everybody is coming through. It's the gold rush. They're telling you, if you're over 40, you get your ass on YouTube. YouTube is on easy mode and everything else. And you're seeing creators that are literally, blowing up and going viral and then charging you $25 for shout outs and think that they're an expert. And then to see their whole YouTube world that was viral for a moment crash and burn. Crash and burn. It's hard out here for a pimp. But be that as it may, that's just one of the many problems of being a YouTuber like I am. The other thing is when you start to grow, you start to get a lot of people that come after you and troll you, okay? And they say that if people aren't, trolling you, then you're not doing something right. So I must be doing a hell of a lot right because I got almost as many trolls as I do regular fans. So I want to share with you the kind of stuff that I get and as well as how dumb some of the 49er fans are. They're not that bright. Not all of them. I'm not talking to all y'all, so don't all y'all give me hate. But some of them are literally not that bright. So I set a little trap for one, okay? It's like a mouse trap here, okay? I get this guy, Jay Maxwell, who emails me on a regular basis. So this morning, I was talking about how the Cowboys do need to get the running game going. And that's where 49er fans said, aha, I got you. Holmes with 3 exclamation points. Did you forget that last August you made 200, 432, and 178 videos? Which one is it? Was it 200 or was it 432 or was it 178? Saying Mike McCarthy didn't need a running game. You showed examples of how he made 2 and 3 back combinations work and won a Super Bowl. Now, after Dak was exposed as dog shit, you claim it's because they couldn't run the ball. Newsflash, ass clown. A good quarterback can make any team decent at running the ball. You can't load the box if you're afraid the quarterback will torch you. Stop with the Fox News spin cycle. Real football fans know you're peddling snake oil, and it's disgusting. So, let me go back to exactly what I said. I said Mike McCarthy likes to pass the football. And when they won the Super Bowl, they weren't great at running the football. Now, I also pointed out that they had, let me make sure I tell you exactly like it is, because if I don't, somebody's going to come back on me, but I go with the numbers. The 2010 Green Bay Packers that won the Super Bowl, they had the number 2 scoring defense, which helps. The number 2 scoring defense. And what I said was they weren't great at running the football, and Mike McCarthy's okay with that because he had a plethora of wide receivers to throw to because he'd like to spread the ball around. Because they had Greg Jennings, who had 16 yards of reception, 1,265 yards. They had James Jones, who had almost 700 yards, averaging 13.6. They had a young Jordy Nelson, who had 600 yards on 12.9 yards of receptions. And they had a big-time veteran leader in Donald Driver, who got almost 600 yards on 11 yards per receptions. They had John Kuhn as a fullback. They had Jermichael Finley, because they went three deep at tight end. So, yes, Mike McCarthy and his offense did not rely on the running game. They used multiple wide receivers, great wide receivers, incredible wide receivers to spread the field. Now, let me go back to my response. Okay, so I've set the table in here. And by no means did we have Greg Jennings, Jordy Nelson, James Jones, Donald Driver, as wide receivers, okay? We had literally our number 2 receiver was about as equal to what they got from their 4th wide receiver. And that doesn't even put into it, the tight end play that they had, because they had Donald Lee. They had Tom Crabtree, Andrew Quarles, and Jermichael Finley at tight end, and they used them all. And I will say every one of those guys were pretty much better than what we got from our backup tight end. Yeah. So I posed this question. I said to him back, how'd Brock Purdy do last year without McCaffrey? Oh, shit! Which I immediately got a response. I love this trap. This was the trap, and it was set. Top 5. Obviously, you don't watch any Niners games beside the one where we kicked your teeth down your throat. If you watched the Niners game, you would see the defense was the main issue last year. We had a top running game first 4 weeks, and we still weren't winning games. Don't try to talk football with me, Holmes. I'm miles ahead of you. I watch all Cowboys games, so I know what I'm talking about. Remember, I'm the mother humper who had them finishing 3rd, and you laughed at me. Who's laughing now, Goldfish? Niners for life. My response was, because here's so let's be clear here. So Brock Purdy wasn't the issue. It was the defense was the issue, right? And you had a running game. And you just said an average quarterback will make the running game better. Okay, so why weren't you winning then? So my final response was, so your quarterback just sucked then? He couldn't elevate his team to win? Okay. Because, see, we had the year that Dak Prescott got his leg broken, and he was literally throwing 400 yards a game the first couple of games, where we literally ended up being, 38 to 46, where our defense literally was giving up over 30 points a game. Nobody said it was our defense. They just said Dak sucks. And so your quarterback, who you admit had a great running game, couldn't elevate his team to win? Oh, shit! Okay, bro. Okay. Let me say, Jay Maxwell, I wasn't talking to you this morning. I was over here minding my own business in Cowboys land, enjoying my day, said nothing about your San Francisco 49ers. Nothing. And you came at me, bro. You came at me. So my response to you is,
shut the fuck up. Shut all the way the fuck up until you reach the top of Shut Fuck Mountain, where there are no more fuck ups to shut.
Have a nice day. I got to get out of here.
I can't stand it anymore. I've got to get out of here. I've got to get out of here.
Calm down. Get a hold of yourself.
Stewardess, please let me handle this.
I've got to get
Calm down. Now get back to your seat. I'll take care of this. Calm down. Calm down. Get a hold of yourself.
Doctor, you're wanted on the phone. Everything's gonna be all right. Please.
Sister, please, I'll handle this.
Yourself.